Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the draft night for the inaugural season of the PPHL. This is where it all begins. Tonight, the first names in the league history will be chosen. The foundations of every franchise will be built, and the story of the PPHL officially takes flight. Years from now, we'll look back at these first selections and say, this, this is where the legend started. So settle in, get those draft boards ready, and let's begin writing the very first chapter of the PPHL.
Dude, that was awesome, bro.
Chills,
Oh my
chills.
god, that was awesome.
All right, on the stream, we have Log. Please introduce yourself.
I don't know how to do that, man. I'm just here chilling. It's gonna be a great draft. I
Excited.
experienced doing this kind of thing, so I'm back at it.
Love, love, and respect. Thank you a lot for being here. Katie, if you would like to introduce yourself.
Hi, yeah, I'm Katie. You can usually find me next to Log in a broadcasting booth somewhere, and
That's
that's
what's
about
up.
it. Excited.
Well, we're excited tonight to bring you the draft. Um, Zoom here on the call is going to be coming in announcing some of the draftees, and then we're going to have some captains as well come in here into the broadcast booth and give their picks themselves. So excited to see who gets picks first. Any thoughts? I mean, we have the list up right now, so
I would like to introduce real quickly. We have Pock's best available from his list, and a lot of names up there that are not surprises whatsoever. I think V or Trev, for my money, are going to be the two top picks.
they
Austin,
are
another
they are really
fantastic
good.
player, but more of a defender.
It's true.
So it's less likely to go, your first pick overall as the defender.
Uh,
But
well,
I think one of those top two is going to be it.
well, looking at the list here, we've got organized by the PPHL staff. V is potentially going first overall. We have second for Trev, so easily two amazing picks there for any team. Austin, Doug, Glensky, Fizz, Echo, Wesley, who is Pylon King, and we have Fly and Goodheart. I mean, just that list alone, tough players to play against. They
Quite
know
good.
what they're doing.
There's also some discussion in one of the Discord channels earlier about the first goalies to go. We got names like Sleepy is one that came up a bunch. We also saw
Great
Troutman
goalie,
mentioned. So
great goalie.
not seen on this list, but there are some stacked goalies. Throck, Biglar as well in there. So looking
Exactly.
forward to see. That's my specialty is talking about goalies. So
That was
excited
a
to see where they
mystery.
fall.
It's always a mystery too which round they're gonna go. Like in PHL,
Yeah.
typically it's 3 or 4, and D3 I think goes all over the place. And
And when
here
the
you
backup
never know.
goalies get drafted, it's a real mystery. It's usually, like
Right,
once the first one goes, everybody panics and drafts their goalie next. So that's my
right.
prediction. But getting into it, yeah, I would put my money on V or Trev being the first picked.
I like that. I like that entire top 10. I think they're all going to go somewhere. And it's also like not just about who's the best player, but also what type of team you want to build. So I wouldn't be
Yeah, the
surprised if the
chemistry.
order is shift around a little bit. You never know, though.
Gosh, so looking at the teams, who's going to get the first pick here? Are we going to start the clock here soon, or are we thinking give them a little bit more time, make their decisions?
I think we're all good to go.
All right, we're going to get kicked off. And the clock has started. New Bedford Whalers. You are on the clock. Who do you guys think they'll pick?
I think we all probably agree it's going to be one of those top 3 on Pock's list.
What
It's just a
if,
matter of who at this point.
oh man, which one though? Which one will go first? Gonna be the first draft pick of the 2025 PPHL selection. Man, I mean, I'd probably pick V, but I mean,
There's a
if I
lot
had
of
to play
hype around
against
V. His
Trev,
tournament team's doing really well. He's scoring a lot. Trev is I would say, all around a just stellar player, former first round overall pick in the
mhm,
PHL season one. But V, especially these days, is a little bit more active and flashy in that forward position. So I can see him getting picked earlier if someone's looking for that more aggressive gameplay.
It's funny is I think most people would pick V first, but I've heard V himself say in quotes, "Trev is better than me." So be really curious to see if they take a chance on Trev here too.
Yeah, it's about who's better on the right team. Looks like our pick is in. Manager's on his way to the booth. Kip, hello.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome.
Oh, we have an ad.
An
Looks
ad?
like you have time here. You have an ad on Twitch.
Alright, gotta wait a second.
Everyone's complaining about it.
Alrighty. With the first overall pick, the New Bedford Whalers will select V.
And there
Great
we
pick.
have it. As we predicted, V. First overall in the first PPHL draft.
Oh,
The
I
one
gotta
letter
say,
man.
guys, I gotta say, probably the best option out of everyone to pick first. Not to say that there aren't now a new number one potential pick, but is he going to
Gotta go
go,
with
or
the tried and true.
Yeah.
but the
right.
Montauk Mariners could potentially pick up Trev,
That'd be a huge
Austin,
pickup for
Doug.
them.
I mean, you can't ignore the players down the list though. You still got Jack with 2 Ks. Yeah, Fly, Goodhart. I mean, Pylon Kings. I mean, in my
Good
opinion,
luck with
anyone
the
could
rest
be
of
the
the
next
draft. Good
one.
luck to the other GMs.
Yeah, goodbye,
Adios.
Kip. We'll talk to you in a little bit.
Yep.
There's plenty there. It could be I'm wondering what the first kind of surprise pick will be where I'm not one of these captains might kind of pull something out of thin air, a player that they've been trying to store away. But with these first few ones I feel like it's pretty easy to tell the from a group of about 10 or so which one's gonna be up next. It looks like our
Guys, the
next
pick
pick
is
is in
in.
from Cavi.
Excited.
Hello, Cavi.
Hello, everyone. Glad to be here. Thanks to everybody who has helped out organizing this. The Montauk Mariners are proud to select second overall, Trev.
Perfect. Thank you, Cavi,
Dang.
for the pick.
All
And
right.
that is no surprise to us. Like Log pointed out, V himself saying that Trev is a better player than him. And definitely, for my money, the best option there. V and Trev, in their own ways, just huge assets to their teams. And now I think it'll get a little interesting going from Puck's best available list, where Austin is next up, who's primarily a defender, can get some things done on the forward end, but it almost feels like a waste to not have him on defense. So you have to think if someone's going to go with that early to ensure that they are the ones with Austin on their team, or if they're going to go with somebody a little bit more dynamic as a forward. I see Echo, I see Doug, I even see Goodhart and Jack as some other forward options. So really interested to see what Mal does for his first pick overall.
This is where it could get a little dicey. I could see, Austin absolutely, but I could see Glenn going here too, or even Fizz if you want to
Yeah.
take a chance there and dive in.
That's really interesting on Fizz flexing, I think, all three ways, even listed as a goalie option. A little bit of a sleeper pick, but a really talented guy. But I would say this is likely to be a Doug, Glenski, or Echo pick here. As we get a little bit under a minute left, interested to see what we're going to come away with.
Yeah, the pick is in here for Mal. I'll be making the announcement for him. So with the third overall pick, the Banff Powderhounds will be selecting Glenski forward.
There you go.
Oh, called it.
Big
Great
G.
pick. All right.
I think the current shots leader in the PHL tournament that's going on right now, if my stats don't lie to me, gets it done on the ice. Good team guy, and we'll have a few silly moments here and there, but don't let that take away from the fact that he's a really talented player and is going to do a lot for this team.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he's got plenty of time spent out on the Ponce servers playing. I mean, just looking at his stats here collectively, 145 goals. Geez, he's got assists and just points in general. His PPG is high, and like I said, that was definitely a clutch pick. So I'm excited to see
Yeah,
how he
big pick.
does.
Yeah,
Boston Bullets.
Austin in the chat with the shocked emoji. Looks like Kaprizov is ready for the Boston Bullets with the pick.
Welcome, welcome. All right. Your pick is in. Who did you select?
With the 4th overall, I'm glad to select to the Boston Bullets, Austin.
There we
Big
go.
pick.
Yeah, Austin.
Glad he fell to me.
Thank you, Cap. Thank you.
Yeah, and I think that's a great pick for him where, Cap being someone that, all these guys are comfortable as skaters, obviously, but as we get to the later rounds, you have people that are a little bit stronger in their positions that get rated a little bit lower. Generally, I know we did the lottery, but this is when you'll see some
Right.
more dynamic picks like Doug, I think would fit in perfectly. As someone that is a good two-way player, but really falls on defense. But if you have a player like Bagel that gets Doug, that 1-2 combo is going to be absolutely ridiculous.
I think the Bullets so far have the strongest foundation out of these 4 teams. Kaprizov's a monster in a Ponce game offensively, and then you got Austin in the back, who's also a monster in the back end. It's just such a strong start to a team.
It'll be interesting to see, though, who's picked next. Colorado Ice Wolves, captained by Yeti, wondering who he might pick up here with the list now with a few less players on it. Doug potentially going number 1 overall. We got Fizz right behind him. We got Echo, an amazing forward, easily able to generate offense by himself. Pylon King or Wesley here, has pretty great handles going down ice, has scored very many goals. So he would be an easy pickup here for the next pick. But really, it depends on who I think Yeti's gonna vibe with the best and be able to work, 1-2 scenarios easily. So we'll see who he picks. Just got 20 seconds left here.
Low on time.
Last second pick here.
Wake up, Yeti.
I see some people shouting Fizz here.
Fizz potentially could be the pick.
Captain coming into the call here. Let's get Yeti. Pull him up. Oh, Zoom. Zoom is doing it for Yeti. I almost forgot. Goodness gracious, Zoom. What's our pick?
So with the 5th overall pick, the Colorado Ice Wolves will be selecting the man of many names, but we have him under Wesley.
Oh,
Wesley.
Alright.
Thank you. Well, Pylon King is an easy selection in my opinion out of this list. I've been on ice with him and, great player, can pass amazingly, shots from any direction. Excited to see him on the ice.
Solid on both sides of the ice. Pretty decent all-around player. I think it will fit nicely into that scheme. But as I see a Pylon King fall there, my eyes for Bagel fall onto Doug here. Doug, who is a great backup in the PHL, and Bagel, who on both sides of the ice has just been absolutely crazy. There's also, you could argue, for Echo, but he's a little bit less consistent than someone like Doug, who will hold it down for you to let Bagel get a lot more done in the forward position.
I would maybe even see him stretching away down to that 6th player there on Pock's list, Jack 2K, for the chemistry.
There's some chemistry there, Jack 2Ks. And another player that's been around for a long time.
1 minute remaining. Who's Bagel gonna pick? Oh yeah, let's go. The pick is in.
Let's see what Bagel's first pick is. The last first-round pick of the PPHL draft.
So with the 6th overall pick, the Washington Blossom will be selecting Loosh.
Oh,
Loosh.
There you go.
Now that's the pick I like to see. My man knows what he's doing.
I wasn't sure due to the low availability, but a huge asset. I'm on 2 teams with him right now and can't say enough good things about the guy. His team playing ability, a real student of the game. He cares about what he does on the ice. And there's some chemistry there as well. They know each other. And I think that'll serve him pretty well, provided Lucius is able to show up for the games that he needs to be at.
That's true. Well, with those being the first ones to go off the board, I say overall, these names, I've seen them. I know they're amazing on the ice. So now that they're off the board, looking at the lineup available to be drafted for the next pick, Banfield Powderhounds, who do you think is going to go?
I feel
Hard
like
to say
it has to be Doug.
yeah.
Doug. All right.
Maybe he's a name that's fallen further because he hasn't been as present in the PPHL, but He is such an asset on the ice. Maybe also falling a bit lower. I know he's not playing as much as he used to in the past as well, but still a great pick. Or if you're looking to get the little bit of chemistry between Echo and V, I know they've played together in the past. And maybe V more of like a holding it down guy while you give room for Echo to deke about in his own way. But a lot of great options here. I think this one could go a few different ways. 34 seconds left, but my money's on Doug. All right, and Zoom is here with our pick, and I believe Zoom will continue to do the picks for the rest of our draft.
Yeah, so with the first pick of the second round, the Banff Powderhounds are going to select Doug.
There you have it.
Right
I
back.
think that is just fantastic for them. Having V and Doug together, both players that are fantastic at getting to play down the ice outside of their zone and getting some attack going.
It's
Fantastic.
I believe it's the Powderhounds for that one, so it's Glenn and Doug because of the lottery. So Mal.
Oh my goodness,
too.
Glenn
Yeah.
and Doug
There we
also have played on the same team, and also have chemistry. I feel like it's hard to go wrong.
So a
with that
really
guy on the
strong
team.
start for Mal too. He's a great goalie. Glenski's great on offense, and Doug is great in the back. So it's a really strong trifecta there for the Powderhounds.
I have a good catch on that lottery. Falling behind here. I believe now we're waiting for the Whalers to make their pick. So now we will see who will be playing alongside V.
Eager to see who that'll be. It could be Echo still, as you mentioned.
I think
guys, no,
yeah.
I think it's going to be number 5, Jack, with 2 Ks.
That's a good
Jack
Jack
pick
with
too.
2Ks.
Like, if we're gonna, like, come on, they're already in the off season together. They're already, they're paired up.
That's actually you make a great point. Their off-season team has been having really good chemistry.
Exactly.
I believe is Bagel on that same team with them as well, which is
Yes, Bagel is on that team.
both
yeah.
ways you can see that chemistry being there. So I wonder which side he's going to fall on in this draft.
Wow.
We have our next pick. Zoom, what do you got for us?
The New Bedford Whalers, with their first pick in the second round, will be selecting Frog Tea.
Frog
Ooh, one from deeper on the board, but a name that should be familiar to most. Frog T.
That team up right there. I'm just trying to visualize what's gonna happen on the ice, and I just see me skating between them as they're passing, doing a 1-2, and me crying. Oh no, that's a great team up.
I hate to speculate, but that's got to be like per V's request or something. That's such a left field pick. He's a great player, but it's out of nowhere, in my opinion. So maybe V wants to play with Frogty this time around, and Kip's good with it. So I'll start for Kip.
Boston Bullets on the clock here.
And I think that's our first pick that our first pick that wasn't on the board.
Yeah.
And 2 names for the defensive zone that I want to highlight that are on our list now. Dabs, who's been doing it for a long time, real consistent guy, as well as Scott Stevens, Twisted T, the commissioner of the PHL,
Oh yeah.
who has been defending as long as I've been walking with 2 legs on the ground. Interested to see what we get from this.
My guess is going to be Fizz or Fly here. My prediction.
Looks like the pick is in, so we'll see if Log's prediction is correct as we get our Boston Bullets pick.
The Boston Bullets will be selecting with the 9th overall pick, Maiden Smash.
Oh.
Madden Smash, the young gun, known throughout all the different servers. I feel like he's been getting to him, but
Yeah.
Austin Madden Smash, kind of a 1-2 combo of someone, a grizzled vet on defense and a young sporadic player that's up and coming on offense, where this will be a really dynamic team, I feel like, covering all their bases.
I mean, just looking at them, I mean, they got 2 great offensive players. Madden Smash coming up with his own style, his own brand of puck hockey, and Austin, cemented in the foundations of the hockey league, just an amazing defender. And so it's like that team is definitely going to be one to watch out for sure. I'm calling it right now.
Yeah, I'm interested. I'm interested if they can also, if the chemistry is going to work in their favor, or if they're going to have a little bit of a learning curve in playing with each other. But I know they've shared the ice before on some pugs, so won't be a totally unseen matchup. As we get our next pick, this one for the Montauk Mariners.
The Montauk Mariners will be selecting with the 10th overall pick, Goodhart.
Ooh,
Goody.
right pick.
Yeah, I've seen him around a lot in the PPHL these days. Another, longtime player, and one for a while that's just had an ability to kind of get shots on the net. He's had a talent for it. I'd say him, Fly, even Van Hakey, who I'm not sure is in this draft, but I kind of group up in the same kind of gameplay of just one way or another, they find a way to make it work on offense. So Goodhart, I think, is a good pickup.
Good one. I would have guessed Fly there, but I think Goodhart's very good as well, and they play similar. And it's going to be a great start there for Cavi and the Mariners.
Yeah, I think Fly works. The only thing that I see giving Goodhart an edge there is that Fly's been a little bit less active. I know he's been splitting up his time a little bit. But Trev and Fly, former teammates alongside myself on the Auto Orbit in Season 2 of the PHL. But I like Goodhart here. He's been really active. I think he's going to get great stuff done. And I think we have our next pick, if I'm not mistaken.
With the 11th overall pick, you guys have mentioned him a few times already. The Colorado Ice Wolves will be selecting Echo.
There you go.
Ooh,
And this is an
Echo.
interesting lineup. I believe that's Pylon King and Echo. The I think I could see it happening. You just gotta kind of, again, the same way with Austin and Madden, where you gotta kind of figure out a way for the puzzle pieces to fit. But if you do, that's one hell of a lineup.
Yeah, the Ice Wolves gotta have probably the most unique draft board so far, but it's very early, and you never know. Sometimes, as you said, the puzzle pieces just line up. So get ready for this last pick here in this round. I know a lot of people are eager to see if they go to Bagel's team, so it's a moment you've all been waiting for again.
I mean, the team with Bagel and Lushu wouldn't want to be on that one.
Right.
Also, a little bit biased as someone from our nation's glorious capital, Washington D.C. So I gotta root for them regardless.
Might be you, Katie.
About a minute left.
I'd say a second round Katie pick here, honestly. Lock in your good goalie early on.
Ooh, I would eat my hat alongside the Popeyes I'm eating right now if that happened. But our pick is in, so let's see from Zoom.
Yeah, the Washington Blossom with the 12th overall pick will be selecting Fizz.
Fizz, there you go. This is an old head lineup forming. Lush and Fizz, both former HQMers as well, I believe. So getting some grizzled vets on their team, and I like this where it's two guys that are just kind of seem comfortable on the ice. They're not necessarily as flashy as other players, maybe as an Echo or as a V, but just super solid. And I think that gives a lot of room for Bagel to shine. Where I think he's picking people that he's going to work really, really well with. I think they're going to mesh well without needing too much time to get comfortable.
The other 5 teams here. This is getting a little scarier. With the snake draft, the Blossom will pick again. You got Fly, Jack 2K, and Squiggles on the board there. A couple others further down, too. Some great options here for Bagel to go again.
Yeah, as this is our first back-to-back pick, now that we are in the snake section of the draft. So going from Lucian Fizz and just being able to pick someone right away, looks like it's working well for now. And our pick
I think it's between Fly and Jack. That's my guess.
Yeah, so Bagel back up here. With the 13th pick, the Washington Blossom will be selecting St. Walls.
Oh! God.
There we have it. Walls, the living legend, the man who's been around for a long, long, long time. Also sainted as well, which is probably the first Saint to be drafted in the PPHL. I think it's a great pick. Can do it both. A great flex. Fantastic on goalie. Fantastic as a skater. Fizz, who can also flex on goalie. So really, Bagel covering all of his bases with some really solid all-around picks.
So it gets a good team. I gotta say they're gonna have great chemistry. Definitely gonna be one of the top 4 teams. I gotta say that are gonna come out of this season. Very, very, very good looking team there, but almost through the 3rd round here. We got some names remaining: Fly, Jack with 2 Ks, Squiggles, Sonic, Dabs, Scott Stevens, Laverne, Crow in a Tree, Jack with 1K and Frosty.
Frosty, I
mean,
will say, is a big pick for me, a great two-way player. He's on my EIS team, but also long ago former teammate of mine on the Charm City Croakers. Love Frosty, great guy. I think he's a great defensive pick.
Yeah.
As we get a little bit lower on time, I think our pick is ready now from Zoom. Now it'll get a little bit more sporadic. Let's see what we got.
Sure, that's Flyer Jack, right?
You would be wrong. He's
Oh.
pick number 14. The Colorado Ice Wolves will be selecting Dabs.
That makes a
That's a
lot
good
of
pick, too.
sense.
Yep.
I was saying earlier, Dab's a fantastic defensive player, which this team admittedly will, I think, need now that they have Pylon King and Echo, both guys who, not too selfish, but hold on to the puck a lot, or kind of go for these like specific plays. And kind of for that dynamic forward pairing, you would definitely need somebody in defense like Dabs, who has done the reps, is comfortable sitting back there and keeping the goalie from having too hard of a time. I think that's a fantastic pick to balance
Right.
out your team.
Right.
As we
I'm
wait
surprised
now
though
for
he
yeah.
didn't go for Flyer Jack there because they have chemistry with Echo from PHL season 1. That would have been a great pick as well. But I wonder how
think?
that locker room's gonna be with Dabs playing with
Yeah,
Echo and Pylon
I didn't
King.
want to say it, but
Yeah.
yeah, but also I mean last season the Ottawa Orbit, Echo ended up not picking up Jack with 2Ks for his team, so maybe
Yeah.
some cutting of ties there. But now waiting to see if we get the pick from the Mariners. I believe we have it now for the team with Trev and Goodhart on it so far. Let's see who we get.
Yeah, with the 15th pick, the Montauk Mariners will be selecting Fang.
Ooh,
Ooh.
a name I didn't expect to see so soon, but one I did expect to see. Fang, a up and coming, relatively up and coming. He's been around for a while, but has really been improving and just a really solid player. Not one that I would expect to see so early, but maybe there's a vision there. I mean, you already have Trev and
Yeah.
Goodhart, so I think you're pretty set. But yeah, an interesting way to build up the rest of the team.
Gotta be a vision there. But hey, I respect it. So good pick by Cabby there.
And I believe we're rapid fire right now. The Boston Bullets already having their pick turned in.
Yeah, with the 16th overall pick, and I got to preface this, the Boston Bullets will be selecting Jack with 2Ks.
All right.
Yeah, there we go.
He falls. It was only a matter of time. Him, Fly, the two ones I'm expecting to see go pretty soon. And again, another interesting lineup for not only the on ice, but just the locker room chemistry as well. Austin, Madden, and Jack. Austin maybe having to sit in the daycare a little bit, but despite that, I'm being a little bit hard on the guys, but fantastic players. I think Jack really thrives well with a really solid defender alongside him, but he's able to do that two-way position a little bit more, go
Jack
up the ice
2K,
when he
man.
needs to.
He was a hater in the chat till he got picked. But out of all the teams and the jerseys here, I feel like it makes the most sense for Jack 2K to be in a Bullets jersey. That's gonna be
Yeah.
sick to see him playing in that.
I'm really looking forward to it. As we wait now for the New Bedford Whalers pick, about a minute left and some change on the clock. And who do you think they're going for here? They have V and Frog T so far. Interested to see how they kind of round out that team where, Frog T was the first kind of
Right.
somewhat surprise pick of I expect him to get picked, but not that soon.
I think Fly is the highest skilled player there, or at least in the top 10 on Pock's
Yeah.
list. But his availability is a big thing. And how often he plays. When he's at his prime and playing every day, he is a monster. And he could be really
yeah.
good with V and Frog T. So that could be a great pick, but a little bit of risk there. So we'll see.
Yeah, it looks like our pick is in. If we can get Zoom to announce it for us, who do we got?
With the 17th pick, the New Bedford Whalers will be selecting Scott Stevens, more commonly known as Topher.
Now this
Oh my.
is an interesting pick. The speaking of locker room chemistry, seeing V Frog T and Scott Stevens on the same team is, you know what? I think they just might be able to make it work. Maybe it'll squash some beef between them, but a great defensive pickup. A great guy just getting the puck down the ice for you, hanging around the goalie. I'll do great things for the team, and interested to see how that pans out.
How far will Fly fall in this? He's not flying right now. This is getting interesting, in my
I
opinion.
wonder if there's some availability, or people more aware
Yeah.
of the fact that he's can't devote as much time as he'd like to the game. But come on, guys, this is a steal. Fly fire this late at the
Yeah.
end of the third round.
But
I was
this
seeing
is
Laverne up there too.
the
Cool to
last
see.
pick of the third draft round, and who will round us out here? My money is going to be on. Gosh, so many great names. I mean, I gotta say Fly. I
It's
mean,
got to be, right? I mean, Squiggles is a
he's
good pick there too, if you want someone likely more active, but it's got to be
I
Fly.
believe we have the pick. We can get let's see what it is for the Banff Powderhounds. My fault.
Yeah, with the
Gotcha.
18th overall pick, the Banff Powderhounds. I might butcher this. I see Sony C.
Sonic.
Oh,
Sonic.
and Sonic. Ooh, great.
Fantastic player. Seattle Osprey player, shout outs. But fantastic guy. I think for this part of the draft is a really great pick. Super active, super involved, cares a whole bunch about the game, and gets it done on the ice. That's alongside Glensky and Doug, who are, some solid players. Maybe Sonic will get some forward time on the ice. I know he's made it happen for us in the past when I've worked with him. But I think forming a really solid foundation where that whole team is all, like I said, saying the word a bunch, but just really, really solid, good all arounders. So really a team with not a lot of huge weak spots glaring, sticking out.
yeah. So the Powderhounds will pick again here, I believe, on Pock's mock draft. This was Jack 1K and Madden Smash, so we've gone a totally different direction so far. Eager to see who he picks with this pick here.
Yeah, to start off the fourth round, a little less than 1 minute left on this pick.
Man, I don't know who's going to be the first pick here for the start of the first or fourth draft round, but just to look at the names on the board, amazing names. However, I think there might be a goalie pick coming up here.
I was gonna
potentially.
say, I feel like this is when you're gonna start having to snipe the. You want to time it right, but you want to be the first one to get those goalie picks before they all kind of tumble away from you. But interested to see if that happens. And this is a double pick for the Banff Powderhounds. They just got Sonic and picking again. So again, with that back to back, you can get your skater and your goalie combo meal. But as the timer comes down, I think just now we have our pick coming in. Let's see what it is.
The Banff Powderhounds with the 19th pick will be selecting Squiggles.
Ooh,
So
like
not
that.
a goalie pick, but a good pick. Oh, and yeah, Throckmorton giving a good shout in the Twitch chat. Mal is a goalie, so that would deprioritize the goalie pick a little bit.
True.
As I forgot about the goalie captain situation. So we'll see now in this next one coming up. New Bedford Whalers, and in the meantime, Squiggles, a great addition. I think works well alongside Sonic. I think they're pretty familiar with each other. Kind of the old guard and the new guard there.
Right. So the Whalers, who is going to calm down that locker room?
Yeah, I am so fat. I mean, this is the team that I'm gonna be watching the whole season.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Katie, whose name is starting to rise up on Pock's list there? He's in the booth, Pikeman.
Could be a good pick.
I
It
wasn't
could be the
gonna say it.
move.
Fly,
Never
in
know.
the meantime, is still there. I mean, that's a powerful. That is insane. If you get Fly and V in the same team, shot in the back. And I
waiting
know
for this
Fly
pick from
has
Chip to
told
come
me
in.
before he's a defender, but he likes to play up and kind of play that F3 role. So having like Scott Stevens with you could be perfect, and that could be a perfect team right there.
I think because Fly knows all of them so well. Fly's played with them a bunch.
Right.
I actually, the more I think about it, the more I want it to be Fly. Fly knows all these guys. And let's see if we get our pick rolling in here as the clock ticks down. And I believe we have it in.
Yeah, with the 20th overall pick, we're going to start the run on goalies here. The New Bedford Whalers are going to select Sleepy.
Great pick.
Sleepy! And my prediction was correct. Throckmorton also at the same prediction. Probably somebody else, but not too much of a surprise. Sleepy with a Y. Or in this day and age, we just call him Sleepy. Shout out Sleepy with an I, though. She's my goat. But this is not super surprising. A PHL heavy lineup here with V, Frog T, Scott Stevens, and Sleepy Sleepy. A top goalie has been playing at the highest level for a while and has consistently been shining in all sorts of manners. I feel like a lot of goalies will have a really fantastic run, and then the big challenge is kind of holding on to that, as we've seen with people like Sleepy, like Rogue, and Throckmorton, those other ones that have come up. But interested to see if we get another goalie pick coming for the Boston Bullets here as they start to trickle down, the goalie arms race.
Hard to even make a prediction on who's going to go, at least on Puck's list there with the goalies.
If I would say
the dam is open here.
There's Big Lar. There is, I think Big Man's also there. There is, there's the Ponce goalies I don't know too well. A lot of people were saying Trout.
Trout's
there's
good.
also Throckmorton, as I mentioned. My availability is not great, so I'm not expecting to fall this early.
I'm a big Auto fan.
And it looks like our pick is ready. Let's see if it's a goalie or if someone's trying to snipe a skater before he gets taken.
With the 21st overall pick, the Boston Bullets will be selecting Crow.
Oh,
this makes sense.
All right. And it is sniping a skater pick. Probably somebody higher on their priority list for their chemistry or their vision for the team.
I think that pretty much confirms that Jack, a guy like Jack 2K will be playing offense for that team. He can play defense too, but you got Austin and Crow already.
It's a safer pick to have Jack up on offense, where he's grown a lot and has been open to playing. I think just playing defense makes you. It's the same. Just playing any position that you don't usually play makes you a better all-around player. And I think this will be a team that, same with Madden. When he locks in, can run back on defense as well. I think this will be a team that's great on rotations.
For line juggling, this is perfect for Kaprizov too, because Jack as well can play defense when he needs to. If you got Madden and Kaprizov himself playing up there, whoever else he gets on offense later in the draft.
Indeed, as we wait for the pick for the Montauk Mariners, this is Trev, Goodhart, and Fang pick so far. That Fang pick came out of nowhere, but I kind of spicy. I like it.
Yeah. We'll see if they go back to goalies, though. We'll see if they start to panic a little bit.
You gotta. Or the Montauk Mariners, is that Mal? I gotta catch up on my captains.
That's Cavi, I believe.
That's Cavi, okay.
Skater, yeah.
The Powderhounds is Mal's team.
I think Ticklebits is a flex. He could play goalie here. I've seen him play some pretty good goalie.
That's true. All right, looks like our pick is ready. All right, Zoom, what do we got?
With the 22nd overall pick, the Montauk Mariners will be selecting Frosty.
Ooh, not going for the goalie, but going for a
chills, man.
I love this guy. Frosty 22, another defender that can go up and score if
no
you
pun
need him
intended.
to.
Yeah, I love that.
Like that a lot. Also, plays on the same EIS team as Trev. Some chemistry there already. Oh, I believe so, right? Or maybe not. Maybe not, but they play together a lot. I'm pretty sure. I'm getting confused, but he fits in perfectly with the chemistry. He knows Goodhart as well. He's played in those pugs for a long time.
Right.
I like it a lot. And now we get to the Colorado Ice Wolves with their pick.
There. I mean, it could be a goalie. Fly is there, though. The next best is Laverne. I mean, come on. Got it. Fly's got to go eventually here.
I don't know. Does somebody put a curse out on, like a hit piece?
I know. And, with the Ice Wolves, again, I'm going to say it. They have another chance here. Fly would go great with Echo.
He would. He's played with
Run it back.
All right, and I'm getting my ear that we have our pick ready. So, Zoom. Is it Fly, or are we going to be let down yet again?
Happy to say you guys are going to be very satisfied. The Colorado Ice Wolves will be selecting Fly with pick 23.
Yay!
Let's go, Fly.
Confetti. Fly Fire. A great fit for that team. I think a great, base, core, grounded, and rounded player will pair perfectly with Dabs in the back end. and excited to see what they get done. I'm thrilled about this team's lineup so far.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Just taking a look at all these teams so far. You've got V Frog T, Scott Stevens, and Sleepy on one. You've got Trev Goodhart, Fang, Frosty on another. Galensky, Doug, Sonic, and Squiggles.
Hmm.
Oh man, Austin, Madden, Smash, Jack with 2Ks, and Crow. I mean,
Yes.
have I said a team yet that you would prefer to not play yet? You're a little scared to face them. Let me tell you, I haven't said a team yet that I haven't felt that way. So, Pylon King, Echo, Dabs, Fly. Oh my gosh, just watching pucks
Yeah.
fly over me.
Yeah, and I now as we get into this back-to-back pick for the Blossom, sounds like it's ready. I would bet that it's going to be a skater and then a goalie. If you have both and that first goalie's already been picked and you're not going to get a pick for a while, I feel like you got to go one and the other. Let's see what we have.
Right.
Yeah, you're going to be wrong in the order there, Katie. Because you are pick number 24. The Washington Blossoms select Katie.
Oh, it's me!
Hey!
Look, Mom, I'm on the screen. Yay! That came earlier than I thought.
That is
Great
a
pick,
good team,
though.
man. Holy crap.
Thrilled to be there amongst friends. Lush, I love Lush so much. I'm so excited to play with him. And Big Goal, all of them, Fizz, Walls. Shared the ice with them before. I see what they can do, and thrilled for it. Thrilled to be given this opportunity. And to prevent myself from tooting my own horn too much, let's see who's gonna get picked next up for the Blossom.
Blossom are going again, as you mentioned. This
Any
team just gets
guesses?
scarier and scarier. I think the Blossom have the best team so far, and Kaprizov as well are my two top picks right now. But for who you pick next, it gets more interesting here.
Laverne,
With Puck's
maybe?
best available,
Like,
I
what are
can
you
see Pike
looking
going
for
here.
position wise?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, all three of those players are or skaters, I should say, are fairly flexible in offense and defense.
We've got
I could see Paul
Lead.
going here. Honestly, maybe
Or
it's a
even like
sleeper pick, but
a
We got Richard
Pinks down
P.
at
or
the
you know what,
bottom, number
Pinks?
10.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I'd go
Great
Pinks
two-way player.
or Fib if you want to take a little more of a chance. You can go Fib.
Yeah, and I think we do have our pick ready now. Zoom, what do we got?
Yeah, with the 25th overall pick, and I just want to add one of my personal most frustrating players to play against in pubs. Washington Blossom will be selecting Prince.
Oh, that's good.
Prince.
That's a good
There
one.
we go. That's been a name I've been hearing a lot, and excited to have him alongside me. I liking the look of this team. I think a good pick to round it out where Laverne is someone you're going to try and just stick in that forward slot, in my opinion. I know he also has a little bit of availability issues. I forget exactly what they are. But Prince, not on that list of the Pox best available, but I think a fantastic pick regardless.
Yeah, absolutely. For the Ice Wolves here, I gotta say for Pock's list, I gotta say it's number 1 and number 10. I think he's just an all-around player, but I feel like with that roster, the Ice Wolves are still looking for a really good sharpshooter, and that could be Laverne.
Yeah, I mean, sharpshooter he is. Even just when I practice against him on like PHL practice server or something like that, every now and then he'll just rip a shot and be like, damn, like I don't know, he could do that. He's really solid, not as much of like a vet as some of those earlier picks, but I think for his money is one of the best shooters left on this list. It looks like our pick is ready. So let's see who the Colorado Ice Wolves go with for their 5th round pick.
With their 26th pick, the Colorado Ice Wolves will continue our little mini goalie run we've been on here in the last couple
Ooh.
picks. They'll be selecting Throckmorton.
Big
Ooh, love that pick.
rock time.
Throck just finished decimating my team the other day in the winter tournament at the PHL. Fantastic goalie. Been around playing with some familiar faces. And I think he'll do great. He's also listed as flex, so maybe we'll see some skater Throckmorton. I'm rubbing my hands together hoping to see some.
You're pretty sure.
But fantastic goalie. Looking forward, I think that leaves, at least for goalies I'm familiar with, we have Holly, who I forgot to mention before. We have Big Lar, who's also a PHL pro goalie that's been around for a while. And there's so many goalies signed up. So even the ones that aren't getting named, or the ones that aren't getting picked, there's so many to pick from. It really is kind of astonishing. So I'm Interested to see what the starting and backup goalies end up looking like for these teams.
I mean, you got Holly, Hikau, you got Average. I mean, Sun. You got
There's
Cosmic
Farf,
Donut, Matt. Like
Cosmic. There's
there are a lot of
so
goalies
many.
left.
I think when somebody posted the stats, there's almost as many goalies signed up as defensemen,
Yeah, it's
which
quite a
is
few.
which is so funny to me. So
Holly
just
could go
know
here, to
that
be honest. I always
if
forget
you're
about Holly, to be honest, but I
dude,
played with her
she's
like
nuts.
once. Yeah, it was like a D3 scrim or something when you brought her in. It was a cursed night, but she was very good.
And we do have our pick coming in for the Mariners, so let's see what we got.
Yeah, with the 27th overall pick, the Montauk Mariners will be selecting Pack.
As
Ooh.
the list maker himself. As a flex player, actually, I've seen him skate quite a bit. Interested with that pick. Where maybe, he's not a goalie I'm too familiar. I played with him a good amount, but not that I've watched too much of his gameplay, but interested to see how he fits in that structure. Obviously a guy who knows ball. His list has been pretty spot on so far.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he beats the daylights out of me in pugs, so on goalie or skater, I imagine in that spot for that team, he'll mainly play goalie.
Seems like it.
But depends on who their backup goalie is. I mean, Puck could get some minutes here skating around too if they get a really good backup.
I know sometimes you need to pull a guy out on the ice when you don't have enough guys signing up.
Yeah.
We have Boston up next. I believe our pick is in, and this is, I would assume, be a goalie pick, but I might get proven wrong.
You're going to be right about that. The 28th overall pick to the Boston Bullets will be Hikau.
Great
Choice.
Great pick.
One of the most
sleeper pick right there.
Fastest moving goaltenders I might have seen from clips. Real dynamic guy, but
I know
fantastic.
Rogue isn't here, but he's kind of a rogue in the making, in my opinion.
Yeah, I like
different
that. I like that
goaltending style.
storyline.
Yeah, you could probably speak more on the goaltending style than me, Katie, but they're similar, in my opinion, with the movement.
Yeah, I think just with the accuracy and just being comfortable with the movements of goalie, I think is essential. And Hikau, I know there's like the memes about how he moves around and makes saves, but it obviously shows an understanding of the position. And I think he's gonna do great things for this Boston team.
Yeah, agreed.
With the 29th overall pick, the New Bedford Whalers will be selecting Elit, more commonly known as Radiohead Lover.
That's my guy.
Ooh, there we go. Formerly known as Radiohead Lover, Elliot. Yeah,
I think he's back to Radiohead though. I think as of recent.
Okay, well, who knows? But great player. I do think I can see him fitting into the scheme. I kind of bunch him into like
I can see it.
A similar play style to V.
Very much so.
Or kind of a two-way player, but definitely emphasizes those handles. So very interested to see how that works into the team. I think it's a good pick for them. They already have Sleepy as the goalie.
Yeah, I know Frogty has been more willing to play defense recently, and he's pretty good back there. He's a big boy.
Oh, yeah.
But if you put him on defense mainly, you got V and Radiohead starting offense, which is going to be interesting, but very powerful in my opinion. Radiohead he's a finisher, man. That guy can finish.
I think if you have a player like V with you who's very comfortable moving the puck around on the ice, it's going to be a deadly combo. Now you wait for the pick for the Banff Powder Hounds. This will be Mal's team.
Couple people glazing me in chat here, guys.
Oh, hey.
Settle down now. Settle down. A little early.
I'm waiting to hear Log's name called out as well. Don't you worry, guys.
That'll be in the non-existent D3 of Ponce.
The beer league draft.
Yeah. It'll be in our next Ponce Pug. Or I'm auto picked because the captain's AFK. That's where I get drafted.
No, you gotta do yourself some favors, buddy. Post a few goalie emotes in the Discord. Real ones now. As we get low on the clock here for the Powder Hounds, hopefully they get their pick in pretty soon. Don't want to run down the clock too much. We wait to see what Mal's pick ends up being. Is he gonna miss it? 2, 1. Ooh. I might need some advice here from the production team. Zoom, you know what do we do here?
I see Mal typing. He's been I think he's trying to
Look on it. Look on
find the name here. There we go.
it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, it looks like after figuring out a little bit of confusion, we do have our pick submitted, which will be a valid pick from Mal for the Powder Hound. Zoom, what do you have for us? Wait.
I
Oh,
believe
that is Marc-Andre
Yeah,
Pinky,
Marc-Andre
I
Pinky.
believe, is going to be the next one up. But Zoom, please do the official presentation.
Yeah,
of
with
the
the
name.
30th overall pick, the Banff Powder Hounds will be selecting Pinks or Marc-Andre Pinky.
And
Marc-Andre Pinky. Everyone's saying it's
love
rigged
that
in chat.
rigged. No, I love that pick.
It's a
We
great
did not
pick
rig
there.
this, but it's a great two-way player, great locker room, just a funny guy, cares a lot about the game, knows a lot about the game. I think he'll do great things for the team. Yeah, I mean, the more I look at this team, I think it'll be so good. I'm so excited for it.
Might be the best locker room vibes so far out of any
Yeah.
of these. I like that a lot. That's a good start for Mal. And he picks again here, I believe. Wonder who he goes now here. I mean, if you look at the list, Richard P's up there. He'd be a great fit to that team.
Ooh, love a Richard P.
Yeah. Keep forgetting Mal's a goalie. I would say pick a goalie here, but he doesn't
Yeah.
really need to for a little
Yeah,
while.
wonder
Paul
when he's gonna
Correa.
go for that backup.
Yeah, Paul Correa is a sleeper pick here. He's
Dude, he
rising
was
up to number 4.
he sunk a good one on me in a pug earlier today. He was
Yeah.
looking scary. Laverne's got to go soon. Maybe I assume it has to be an availability thing that's kept him up here so
Yeah.
long.
Maybe it is Laverne.
And I'm hearing that our pick is ready. Let's see what we get.
Yeah, as you guys said this person's name, they were selected. It was instantaneous.
Oh,
With the
Love it.
31st overall pick, the Banff Powder Hounds select Richard P.
Big P, oh, the GOAT.
There you go.
Love watching him play. If you've watched his puck compilation, about half of them are him missing shots, but don't let that fool you. He is a menace on the ice,
Yeah.
a hilarious guy, and a great addition to any team. Hinks and Richard P on the same team is like just the biggest blessing for your locker room possible. I love
You
these
know what?
back-to-back picks.
Those two have chemistry too. It's proven.
Yeah,
And
proven.
again, to add on to what you said, the chemistry and the locker room vibes just continue to grow on that green Powderhounds team. That's pretty sick.
They're one to look out for. I think that's a top team for me. I'm
Be a good
pretty
team.
sure wasn't the last PHL season weren't Glensky and Doug on the same team, or am I mistaken?
I think so. It was last season.
Yeah,
Season 1, that is. I don't know about season 2. Not
But
season, yeah, something like that.
For many different reasons, I think that chemistry is going to be fantastic on that team on different levels. Just what a beautiful Lego set they've built with those players.
Yeah.
Yet a minute left on this Bedford Whalers pick. New Bedford Whalers, sorry. Obviously, I have to address
Let's go down that list again.
It's the newer team.
Laverne
Yeah.
is still a free agent. We got Jack with 1K. You got good old Pikeman. You have
Hey.
Paul. You got Thug. You have Fib. Fib, low key.
That'd be a great pick there. Play good
Yeah.
goalie too. It's kind of funny.
Chatbot and Creeper Donut. You got Tension. Tension's got some great offensive vision.
Oh yeah.
Reno. Oh, he can score some goals.
Reno's
yeah.
a great development pick in my opinion. Someone you
Yeah,
can coach. I know
that'd be
V
real
likes
good.
him, so maybe that'll be the pick there. But Jack 1K probably not him because you got V and Radiohead, kind of similar players already with fast handles, etc. Highly skilled. So we'll see what they go with.
And as the clock runs down, right under the wire, our pick does come in for the New Bedford Whalers. What do we got, Zoom?
Yeah, with the 32nd overall pick, the New Bedford Whalers will be selecting Fib.
That's a great pick.
Fib on the board. Makes sense. A great pick. As Log said, also fits into net if you need. In case, Sleepy's PC happens to crash or something like that. I think that he'll fit great in the team. I think can get along with some of the players there.
Rest in peace, PHL Season 1 Sleepy, dude. Oh,
Dude.
man.
Saddest thing ever.
Unfortunate.
But anyways, a good pick for them. I think that fits in the structure. As we move on to the Boston Bullets' next pick, fresh off of a goalie pick, definitely going to be a skater.
This is still one of the
Please.
strongest teams, in my opinion.
Please get Laverne. It's the
Yeah.
part. Oh, just pick him up. You want to so bad. If you want more defense, there's Chabot on there. Paul K, I've seen play some defense. I forget what position he prefers to play these days. But I know he can get it done there. Pick is ready, I'm hearing. So let's see if any of my guesses were right or if it's somebody I did not mention.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to the commentary booth here. Everybody, any guesses? Which one of you it is?
I have a guess.
No.
I have a guess. Does it start with the mathematics symbol?
It might.
Sticklebits. The Sticklebits.
No, with the 33rd overall pick, the Boston Bullets will be selecting Pikeman.
There
Let's
we
go.
go.
Excited to be on the team, guys. Oh man, and we got Austin on the team. I've always wanted to play with Austin, so I'm excited for the season.
It's your day. I mean, it's one of my top teams that I'm looking at here. Great. I was gonna say great work. I mean, great work getting drafted, obviously, but excited for that. As some new names popping on the list here, we have Blech, Mrs. Production, Ms. Production. Who knows?
Rising up the ranks.
Production Queen is the official title, I'm being told.
Jules number 10
and
there.
Jules as well on the board, who
Another kind of development pick, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think definitely up and coming. I've been seeing more of Jules, and they've been doing great stuff. But Creeper Donut also, I mean, that's been going around for a while. I remember seeing him a while ago on Pugs. He's still at it. I think that'd be a nice pick. Jack with 1K,
Yeah,
great underrated. I think can fit well subtly into a team.
I've played quite a bit with Creeper. He's a super smart player, super awesome at the game. I love his feature, by the way, is showing the PHL teams that are on in green there on the players, like that nice long name there. Yeah.
There are still a lot of great players on the board that people have may have overlooked. You got Hood Legend, Baggins, you have, Pixel Hunt, you've got the Harry Wookie, Clash Royale, you got Player, you got Sugar, you have Huntington, Not Lad. I mean,
Not Lad's a good one. Yeah, a lot of the names. I mean, this list doesn't do that much service to the fact that there's a lot of good picks. We've seen a few deep pulls here and there, but this is just the tip of the iceberg with this top 10, as our pick does come in as the clock ticks down for the Montauk Mariners.
You guys are doing pretty well with this prediction thing. You've mentioned this person a couple of times. With the 34th overall pick, the Montauk Mariners will be selecting Laverne.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It was about time. The GOAT gets onto a team, and I mean, a team with some very friendly and familiar faces. There's Trev, there's Goodheart, Bang, Frosty, Pack, and now Laverne joins the ranks. I think he will fit in very well there. I'm sure he's very happy. That placement just happened to not be in the free agent pool anymore. Congrats to Laverne for making it. And now we shift our eyes over to the Ice Wolves, fresh off of their goalie pick.
I like Paul here.
The next skater. Paul would be great. Jack with 1K.
Jack with 1K, but again, they have Echo and
that's true.
Pylon King there. Players that kind of already do that kind of thing that he does. I feel like Paul is a little more well-rounded, can play defense, so it might be a better fit for them. But I think Jack 1K goes soon, though, for sure.
Yeah, or it's weird. Yeah, now it's just falling into those like position preferences and chemistry preferences.
Yeah.
We also see Danimals popping up on the board here. He's a name I've run into a lot. Also has a very distinct stick on the ice. It's hard to miss him with that yellow tape.
Chief Keef is still on the board as well.
Oh my god, Chief Keef is still on the board.
Chief, there's so many update names. For that. He backed out today.
Oh wow.
No.
Yeah.
I gotta update my list.
It's so sad. Love Chief Keef. Love Sosa as well. And we wait for this Ice Wolves pick to come in. But I think Paul K makes sense log. I hope you're right. And it looks like we do have our pick. Zoom, what do we got?
You guys are right on the nail right now. The Colorado Ice Wolves will select with the 35th overall pick, Jack 1K.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice.
There we go. And Log will see if this stands the test of time. If Jack ends up being too much of the same, or if he fits into that.
You never know.
Because what
Yeah.
you get with those backups also is there's only so many people we can put on the ice at the same time. Maybe if they're aiming for one specific kind of rotation, one kind of style of gameplay, if an Echo or a Pylon King can't make it that day and Jack can fit in
Right.
pretty seamlessly,
Absolutely.
I think that's
for
a
sure.
great look. And now we get to the last pick of the 6th round, the Washington Blossom, with another
Blossom.
2 picks in a row with this.
Everybody
snake
hold your
draft.
breath.
And wouldn't be surprised if one of these two is going to be a goalie, given my dodgy availability. But again, we also have 2 other flexes with Fizz and Walls. It's a hard
Right.
read. So
So,
maybe
yeah,
you go for a nice
Throckmorton
backup skater to pull in.
is off the board. I was about to say Throckmorton, but yes,
Yeah.
he's
I don't know enough about all the players there yet on the Blossom, but they don't seem to have a fully lockdown defender yet. Maybe one would benefit them here if
Yeah,
there's any
that's
around.
interesting.
If not, I feel like Paul makes sense here, but we'll see.
Yeah, if you go a full-time goalie, there's Big Lard, but I assume it wouldn't be a full-time goalie pick right here. Let's see what our pick is from Zoom.
With the 36th pick, the Washington Blossom will be selecting Milk.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Milk, the WCPL goalie,
A very
and
good
someone
pick.
I've had some back and forth conversations with. Super great guy, and excited to have him on the team. Usually I'm on the opposite side of the ice as him.
I'll tell you what.
It'd be nice to have a change of pace.
Oh, this guy plays. He played PHL D3. He plays probably a 60 or 70 ping, I'm guessing, because he's Western. He was insane. He's making like over 20 saves a game in some of those games. It's incredible what he does. So that's a really, really good pick. Definitely a sleeper
Yeah.
pick in my opinion.
I
It's a good
remember
one.
being very impressed with him when I have run into him. And which I don't run into too often, but every time the people on my team are saying, "Oh shit, it's Milk." Sorry, I didn't mean to cuss, but that's the reaction that you get. So I think a great pick there, and a lot of depth, and just a lot of goalie
Katie's-
knowledge on the team.
Yeah, Katie's having some Ponce Pilsners.
As our next pick is ready again for the Washington Blossom. Let's see what we get.
Yeah, with the 37th pick, the Washington Blossom will be selecting my personal favorite mobile game, Clash Royale.
Ooh,
Clash
Royale.
cut. Clash Royale, another development pick who's been on the up. I've seen him in the Next Shift server looking to improve his game. Excited about that one. Excited to see how this helps him grow as a player. I think he can do great things.
Big development pick there. I like it. He's a good player. You wonder if Jules falls to Bagel as well there. I know him and Clash have good chemistry. They like to play together. That would be a great kind of second line there for the Blossom.
Indeed. And building up a stacked team right now, that Bagel guy, as we go the other way around, going back to the Colorado Ice Wolves, who I think not a backup goalie pick just yet. A lot of great skaters on there. I can see the Paul K pick now that it's fallen to him again. You might as
Makes
well.
sense
Log
here.
already gave you all the selling points.
Yeah, I mean, unless there's some sleeper pick hiding in there. I mean, I feel like Danimals is pretty good. Reno again, development pick that could be good. Cooper Donut's fantastic.
Critical. Great
Lolly's
player.
up there, number 10 too. He's a good player.
Yeah. Interesting.
Butter Pecan Bang, who is Timothy Jimothy, I think. Could be wrong.
Oh, is Timothy Jimothy still on the board?
I don't think he signed up, did he?
Oh no, is Butter Pecan Bang someone else?
That's somebody else, I think.
Okay, I was gonna
Okay.
say.
You're thinking of Buttermilk Jesus, man.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
But clock ticking down a little bit for the Ice Wolves. Let's see if they get their pick in time. And I'm hearing in my ear that it is. Let's see what Zoom gives to us.
With the 38th overall pick, the Colorado Ice Wolves will be selecting Reno.
Ooh. We know. A great pick. Log mentioned earlier that he's one to keep your eyes on. I think that fits well into the scheme of the team. Any additional thoughts, Log?
When you have someone there with Reno, like Fly, who's going to be there at least from time to time, he's arguably one of the greatest captains of all. He's not captain of this team, but he's one of the greatest captains of all time, in my opinion, as well as one of the greatest coaches in puck too. Dude knows how to put it together, and you put Reno
Yeah.
around a guy like that, it's gonna be fantastic. Plus the rest of the team as well. Dab's there, and Echo as well. Some great players. So good pick for them.
Yeah, funny to see Fly and Echo on the same team where Fly isn't the captain, but they do have that
Yeah.
chemistry as well. I forgot to mention that earlier. Real interested as now we go over to the Montauk Mariners with 1 minute left on their clock. As maybe we fall into the time if they don't know who to pick as a skater, maybe they get their backup goalie, but could really go either way. Paul K again,
Yeah.
a great option on that board still.
With that roster so far, I think Paul K makes sense. Give them a bit of a boost offensively. I think there's a lot of well-rounded players on that team, but no strictly offensive players, except for like Laverne maybe, to just give them a bit of a boost there.
Mm-hmm.
That would make
Yeah.
sense to me. I mean, Thug's pretty good too. That's what I've heard. I've never seen him play. Even Danimals here could be good.
I think
If
we
you're
have
looking for
our.
offense.
I think the next draftee is ready.
Okay.
With the 39th overall pick, the Montauk Mariners will be selecting Jules.
Ooh, one that's been on the
Ooh.
board for a little bit. Jules, I like that pick. Another development pick, like you said, Log.
Yep, great pick there. Taking him away from Clash Royale there.
I know
Um,
it feels so weird for them to be
They're
split up, but
separated.
we are falling into the that backups slash development picks part of it, where some of these later guys that get picked might end up getting shifted to starter if they really start performing well.
Right, right.
So great opportunities for these guys.
Wonder who the Bullets go with here. Also
Yeah.
for D1, this is the Bullets have maybe my favorite branding so far, aside from the Blossom maybe.
I mean,
The
I'm
Ice
really
Wolves too.
biased with the Blossom branding, but
Yeah.
Bullets are
But
really cool.
don't sleep on the Ice Wolves though. Their jerseys, or at least the 3D ones we've seen, are super cool with the black and the mountains and thunder, whatever it is.
I'll have to
That
go look
light
through
blue
them
is very
again.
cool. But I like the Bullets a lot. It's very cool branding from Kaprizov. And
Oh yeah.
his team, I don't know who he goes here. You can kind of go with anybody he needs, in my opinion. His team might be the
Yeah,
most well so far.
it really I can't think of anything that they're missing, so I feel like it does come down to personal preference.
Like
Maybe
Paul's
some of
still
the people that
there.
Austin was drafted kind of whispering in his ear, some people they like to play with.
Yeah, for sure. I would guess Paul though. I mean, I know he's number one there, but Paul's been active on pugs recently in Ponce, and I
Oh
know
yeah, been
Kaprizov
doing
plays a lot of
well.
pugs. It would make sense here, and he's just a boost all around for that team. And you can really pick anyone there.
Yeah, Paul's the
If you're
new Laverne of
Kaprizov.
the draft right now. We're
Yeah.
just waiting to see when his name drops. And we'll see if it drops now as our pick does come in.
You guys gonna have to wait a little bit longer at least, because with pick 40, the Boston Bullets will be selecting Not Lad.
Not
Ooh, I like
Lad.
that.
I do like that pick actually. Not a name on the board, but a name that is of great value.
I like that. I wonder if that's a Jack 2K shout there, because they played
Ooh,
on
that might
D2 and they
be.
won the championship.
I
He's a
will
good player though.
give you the insight. Jack 2K is conversing with Kaprizov right now.
Yeah,
That would
that's
make
Jack
sense
2K.
then. Sounds like Jack.
No, yeah, but that's a great pick there. It's Jack 2K is it's going to be great helping Kaprizov there too with some of these later picks because he's very knowledgeable. So not that fits right in there. So good pick.
Yeah, no, I definitely like that. And when it gets to this point of the draft, why not let some of your players kind of give you input on those decisions if you're not sure? That's kind of the best thing about those teams is when they kind of start to manage themselves when you're not there. You got to love that. And it does look like our next pick is in for the New Bedford Whalers.
Yeah, the New Bedford Whalers will be taking one of our few D1ers left on the board here. They'll be grabbing Big Man with the 41st overall pick.
Oh,
Big Man, I was waiting for that next goalie pick to drop. I wasn't sure who it was going to be, but Big Man is a fantastic pick. One of the two big blanks that are great goalie picks there. There's still Big Lar, obviously, but the first backup goalie coming in and a great backup pick at that. I love that. Super big in net, not to use his name yet again, but A
Yeah.
great crease combo for the Whalers.
Big man, dude. That is big man and sleepy. That is a scary tandem. I'm not gonna lie. Speaking of
Yeah.
big, we still have Big Lar there too. I believe
I
we
feel like
still have
he's going
Lar, right?
soon. Now that the backup goalies are falling, we are on to the last pick of the 7th round.
And
And
it is Mal, who is a goalie. He could take a chance here and just grab Lar and have a very, very reliable backup. He
yeah,
doesn't have to
I
sweat
feel like
much
it's
about
not
here.
too bad of a decision, honestly.
I
There's
do
also
wonder where
Holly on the board.
Mal
There's so
go
many
for it, yeah.
goalies.
I do wonder where Mal actually places himself next to Big Lar if he considers
Yeah,
if he would be the starter or Big Lar be the starter, or if that's kind of a 50-50
because that's the thing is
AD.
the amount of goalies that have signed up is that there are still starter quality goalies that are on the
There
board.
are. Yeah.
Interested to see what we get. Clock ticking down a little bit. Does look like our pick is ready now, so maybe Zoom can enlighten us on what we got going up next.
Yeah, we had a little issue behind the scenes. We'll see if somebody was signed up or not. But with pick 42, the Banff Powderhounds select Tarasenko.
Ooh, nice.
Right, so Mal betting on himself for a goalie there, says he doesn't need a backup just yet, and going with Tarasenko. I like that pick where
Good
I believe
player.
he was the only reason he fell any later than or as late as he did in the PHL draft is due to being a 50% player, but super excited about seeing when he gets done there, where I know a lot of people
Oh.
have their eyes on him.
I was starting to wonder if he would actually go D2. I was like, man, maybe I gotta pick him there. But um, somebody saw him on the list there. He's a very good player, a sleeper in my opinion. He's going to be great on that Potterhounds team. I've only seen him play defense technically, but I imagine with the silky mitts he has, he could play some offense too. So we'll see where Mal puts him with that roster.
Yeah, if you leave room for those rotations, I mean, any player can shine. And as we've
Yeah.
seen in previous leagues, defensemen end up getting a lot of scoring done as they kind of steer the way the game goes.
Yeah.
And we get down to the last couple rounds.
Potterhounds will go again here. It's hard to predict what they'll pick when they go back to back here.
I feel like a goal. You gotta make
It's
sure you
gotta
have
be,
somebody
right?
to back you up.
Yeah, you gotta. Especially with the back to back picks, you might as well. Like I was almost certain he would pick a goalie there over Tarasenko, but with back
Yeah,
to back now, it makes more sense.
it does. I
To
forgot that
do
it
it
was
here.
back to back. Let's see what we
Yeah.
got. Zoom, maybe you can enlighten us.
Yeah, the Banff Powderhounds will select Ghost with the 43rd overall
Ooh,
pick.
like that.
Ooh, a goalie pick indeed. A flex technically. I know he's been skating a little bit as well, but Ghost, a experienced and solid goalie pick there. Not the one that I expected. Still fantastic goalies up on the board, but a pretty solid pick for that team, I would say. I like Ghost in net, and I think we'll do
Me
good things
too.
for them.
Well, interestingly enough, here as we're in the 8th round here, so plenty of picks left, 5 more, but the Pox best available list coming to a close there. I see the end of it.
Ooh.
We'll see if all those guys get picked or a couple of them get skipped. We'll see. And obviously, if you're skipped, you'll be in D2, which will be very, very interesting for all of those players there to be in D2 and what they'll do.
Yeah,
It's kind of
we're
scary.
there's so many fantastic options that haven't been mentioned and might not get mentioned on the stream today, but not to discredit them at all. There's a great depth of skill there, and I'm excited to see how this draft goes, as well as the following draft. I believe there will be a combine in between as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you haven't heard your name, hope is not lost. I think there's going to be great things going on in the other division. As the clock ticks down yet again. Getting later on, the second pick of the 8th round, going to the Bedford Whalers.
With the 44th pick, it's going to be an NAPL guy here. The New Bedford Whalers will select Thug.
Ooh.
All right,
pick.
a name we expected to fall at some point. I know Log was mentioning them earlier, but that is going to be a Thug pick for the 8th round, going to the Whalers. I think that fits in well. A flex pick as well. Actually, not a flex pick. I think just sign up as skater, but you have a big man as the flex.
Yeah.
Again, a team that's covered a lot of their bases, a lot of different play styles there, and not really anything that feels missing from that team.
Absolutely. We look here for Kaprizov's team, the Bullets. Paul Correa still there. I could, if not Paul, I could see it being Bled here via Jack 2K shout, but
Yeah, it's true.
and all that as
And
well. There's chemistry
is
there.
there maybe a backup goalie pick? I
Oh
know that
yeah,
they have
true.
Kikau.
That's got to be
I mean,
soon.
Holly, Biglar, Troutman. I mean, so many goalies. There's Ottinger, he's been playing a lot.
Yeah.
Swayman, etc.
I feel like Big Lar's number one for me. For
He's
goalies
number
still
one
up
for
there,
me as
but
well. I love
could
that
be
guy.
anyone.
Another Orbit legend.
Yeah.
You guys are right on the money here.
Okay.
45th overall, the Boston Bullets will select Big Lar.
There
Big
you
pick.
go. The biggest, the largest.
Hell yeah.
Gilar.
I told
And
him that Big X song should be in his montage, dude. I don't care if Big
And,
X is in jail.
seems like that this time around I won't be in the same crease as him. Hopefully I'll get to run into him once or twice during the season.
Another situation there, Big Lar and Hikau, you wonder who's starter, who's backup, or if it's 50-50 AB type of thing. They're both very, very good. So it's a great goalie tandem.
Yeah, great stuff. And I mean, I hate to sound like a broken record, but really just especially after the big LAR picks, so many to choose from with so few picks left, it seems, where again, for backup goalies at the very least, spoiled for choice. I feel like still spoiled for choice if you pay attention to your draft boards and your sign-up sheets as a captain, where now you can get a little bit experimental with the picks,
Yeah.
grab some guys for the chem, for development, for honestly, sometimes you can pick somebody with an unconventional play style to kind of throw off some opponents. You can sub them in when the team's not expecting it. There's a lot you can do. And it looks like we do have our pick ready for the Montauk Mariners.
The goalie run here is going to continue.
All right.
The Montauk Mariners will be selecting Holly with the 46th pick.
Great pick.
Yay! Yay! Holly's awesome. Great goalie. Been around for a while. Done a lot of work for the GLCS as well. Fantastic person. Shouts to Holly. I'm excited that I might be able to get to play against her for a game or two in this coming season.
We're seeing more and more the goalies get taken off the board here.
Yes.
It's interesting to see who is going to remain for D2. I mean, a lot of great
Yeah,
names still
very
left on the
interesting.
board.
To
And
add
the
on
ones
to
that
that,
we,
Pikeman. Yeah. To add on
go
real
ahead,
quick,
Mike.
there's 10 spots left in this draft. We have 9 rounds, so actually no, sorry, there's 8 spots left in this draft and 10 on Pock's list. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah.
Interesting to see. As our pick does come in.
With the 47th overall pick, the Colorado Isos will select Huzington.
Huz,
Ooh.
a skater pick, and a name that I've seen many, many times, and one that, not a development pick because he's been doing it for a while, but I definitely like that pick where I feel like it's somebody you can really build into that structure of a team. And looking at the other names on the board, I think it's some familiar faces for him, so I think that'll be a good pick for the Ice Wolves. And now we lead into the Washington Blossom back-to-back picks.
Hold
Not
your breath
expecting a goalie
again.
pick here, as they've already gotten their 2 backups, so probably I would assume 2 skater picks, unless they're really going for goalie depth, but it would just be greedy at that point.
Paul is still there, dude.
Let's see.
With the first of their final 2 picks, I really have to give a shout out to this guy because he's in the right place at the right time so much in my pub games. The Washington Blossom will be selecting Hot Pocket.
Right pick.
Hot Pocket, fantastic pick. He's on my my winter team right now, and has been around for a
Is
while.
he?
Not always getting his proper flowers, but super sweet and funny guy, and like you said, just really talented on the ice and is where you need him to be. I think a great pick for the team, a great pick for the locker room vibes. I can't go wrong with that.
Is he playing in PHL Winter?
He is on the
seen him in
Ladybugs.
forever. I haven't seen him in a long time.
He scored,
cool.
I think, 3 goals one of our nights.
Nice.
So he's a guy that can get things done on the ice, and excited to see what Bagel follows us up with. I'm thrilled to have Hot Pocket on another team of mine. I feel so greedy having him on multiple. And let's wait for this pick to come in from Bagel, where you'd have to assume it's another skater, and you have to wonder if it's going to be someone from the best available list or another chemistry pick.
I feel like
First
you
pick
just
of the
lock in
last
Paul
round.
here.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Paul, Tension, Blair, Damos, Lolly, Sugar.
I feel like you
Well,
really
that's
just
still up
locking
there.
Paul
Blair,
here,
great
man.
option.
Yeah.
Again, spoiled for choice.
There is some, deeper picks. You got Cav, you got Critical, you got Baggins.
True.
I mean, Long. Are you on there?
Hey, you
Awfully
never
generous.
know. You could sneak
Little
Log on
generous.
there. All right, and I'm getting to my earpiece that our pick is ready. So Zoom, bring us the last round's first pick.
Yeah, to round out their roster with the 49th pick, the Washington Blossom will be taking the Jelly Bomb.
Ooh, the Jelly Bomb. A pretty stat line there. Another name that wasn't on the best available list, but I think is a nice pick. Yeah, I think Brant's giving me a quick shout out a Flamingo player, I believe. The Log, any input on this guy?
I haven't seen him much, to be honest. I want to say I spectated him once when I was on the bench in D3. I've heard good things about him, though. I've heard good things. So,
Yeah.
late in the draft, why not? Go for it.
Why not? Indeed. And now it's the Ice Wolves going to make their pick to round out the team. Minute 25 left on the clock for them. And
I'm going to keep saying Paul here.
Do they have a backup goalie yet? I think they don't.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it looks like it will have to be a goalie. Who's still on the board? There's Troutman. I know. There's a lot.
You got Troutman, Sun, Cosmic Donut, Ottinger,
There's Lunar. I remember seeing.
Lunar, yep.
There's Skinner. Lots of names left.
Yeah, quite a few.
Lots to pull from. All right, looks like the pick is ready. Let's see how the Ice Wolves finish out their draft.
With the 50th overall pick, the Colorado Ice Wolves will select Coppenwood.
Coppenwood. All right, that's another name that we've seen. I think he posted some stat sheet about goalies earlier, so definitely a student of the game. And congrats to Coppenwood getting picked and rounding out that Ice Wolves team. I like that. Throckenwood is maybe the name of the crease combo.
Throckenwood, love it.
Coppenmorton.
Coppenmorton. Be quaking in my boots if I saw Coppenmorton in front of me, dude.
I like that for them.
Lord.
It's love picking a PPHL community champion as a goalie on the team, getting more invested into the community there, as we see a lot of respect and praise coming out for him there. As now the Montauk Mariners have their last pick coming up, just made their backup goalie pick, so we'll see which skater they pick, and I believe that pick is in. Zoom, go ahead.
Yeah, to round out the Mariners with the 51st overall pick, they will select Sugar.
Ooh, a little bit of sugar helps the medicine go down, and he will help the Montauk Mariners round out their team as their final pick. I like that pick for them. I feel like Sugar's a pretty decent all-arounder. I've just seen him around a lot. In general, I think he's a nice, solid guy to have on your roster.
Rock solid pick there.
All right. And we get almost the 51st pick. Zoom, who do we have?
Well, with almost the 51st pick, this is a Ponce community legend here. The Boston Bullets will select player number 51 on the ice. If you know him, you know him.
And in this case, player #52. And there you go. We already see the excited messages rolling in PPHL general. They're thrilled about it. You've seen him around. I recognize him as Clown plus L plus Bad just from his Discord name, but a very familiar face. And congrats, as you are the last pick of the Boston Bullets. One of my favorite teams of this draft by far. Thrilled with that pick and thrilled with that roster. I mean, they're gonna do great things, you know it. Now we're on to the second to last pick of the draft, going to the New Bedford Whalers. Their last pick was Thug. They have their 2 goalies, and let's see what their final pick is. Zoom, what do you got?
Yeah, we're gonna get a nice old childhood commercial reference right here. With the 53rd overall pick, the New Bedford Whalers will select Danimals.
There we go. That's what I was thinking
Okay.
when you pulled that out. A bright yellow shining tape presence on the ice for the Whalers. I like that pick. Great guy. I always see him skating at me when I'm a goalie. I always see him making plays and having to watch out for him. So great pick for them to round out their team. And moving on to the last pick overall. This is strange. I believe it's going to be a skater since Mal seems to be positioning himself as a starting goalie. They have Ghost there, so we go to our last pick of the draft.
Paul's still there, man.
Paul is still there. Is it Paul? Is it Paul Zoom? Tell if it's good news or bad news.
I hate to burst your bubble, but it is not Paul.
Oh.
The Premier Division, Mr. Irrelevant, with the 54th pick for the Banff Powderhounds, will be Lolly.
Lolly, okay.
Lolly.
There we go. Captain of the Somewhere Somebodies. A name that, he was a big AM Pugs guy for a while. I remember when I was slacking off at my work from home job that I don't have anymore. I'd always be chattering with him on the ice. So congrats to Lolly, Mr. Irrelevant of the PPHL in your draft. And maybe we can do a little overview of the teams. I know we got a lot of, I want to say snubs, but there's so many options on the board. Paul K, Chabot, Creeper Donut, Tension, Bleh. With a C, who I guess
Your
is...
boy.
Stephen Rogers, Sully, Mixed T, Earboy. Earboy, I mean, would have been a great pick. So many guys that didn't make it. But yeah, I think it's time to switch over to our summary. And Log, you're going to walk us through the teams.
Yeah, New Bedford Whalers, captained by Kip, start off with V. They go Frog T after. Scott Stevens, Overclaws, then Sleepy with a Y. Elliot, aka Radiohead Lover, one of my personal favorite players, Fib, followed by Big Man, Thug, and Animals. It's a very, very strong team. Next up, Cavi with the Mariners. First pick goes to Trev, and then Goodheart. Fang, that very interesting one that threw us off there. It'd be cool to see what he does. Frosty, Pock with the K. Laverne, Jules, Ollie, the one and only, and Sugar with that 9th round pick. Then for the Powderhounds, he starts off with Glensky, goes Doug, Sonic, Squiggles, Marc-Andre Pinky, Richard P, Tarasenko, Ghost in the crease, and Mr. Irrelevant Lolly. And the Boston Bullets, captained by Kaprizov. Very strong start here, going with Austin, Madden Smash, Jack 2K, Crow, Hikow in goal, Pikeman, Not Lad, Big Lar, and Player 51 there. And then the Ice Wolves, this is Yeti's team, I believe. Starts off with Pylon King, followed by Echo, Dabs, Flyfire, Throckmorton, Jack 1K, Reno, Husington, and Coppenwood. And the last team here, the one we've all been sort of excited to see here, the Blossom. I know a lot of Blossom fans out there already. Loosh, Fizz, St. Walls, Katie, Prince, Milk, Clash Royale, Hot Pocket, and a Jelly Bomb.
Yeah, and I think, not even saying this just to say this, I genuinely mean it. I'm excited about all of these teams. I'm really interested to see how they go. As I'm looking over it again, Colorado Ice Wolves really have a great lineup of players with existing chemistry and some great skills. Same goes to the Powderhounds with the Glensky-Doug combo, as well as Ghost, who'd been around, Marc-Andre Pinky and Richard P. Again, that 1-2 combo. I'm really excited. Trev and Frosty together, who are on the same team with the Doughboys and the EIS. And I'm thrilled. And also looking forward to this upcoming combine and the next draft we have coming up to see how those teams look.
Yeah, I think I'm most excited to watch the Powderhounds with that locker room. They got some big boys in there too. Glenn and Richard P and Mal as well as a big guy in the crease. So that's going to be a fun team to watch, as well as your team as well. Be a Blossom. Going to be the two teams I'm looking out for the most there, in my opinion.
All right.
But up
And
next, I don't know. Yes. I believe we're going to have a short break here, and then we're going straight to the D2 or Challenger Division draft lottery. I know there's plenty of log fans out there. See you soon.
right. Log, what are we looking at here?
What are we looking at here? This is
Hickman,
the
do you know?
I think it's time for the
Ooh.
draft lottery for the
Yeah.
D2. Who's going to be able to
I
get
think it
that
says
early
it says
slot?
Premier for me, but oh well, it's fine. It's Challenger.
Challenger.
Cavi
No worries, no
poured
worries.
his heart and soul into this. I can't believe we're
know.
taking shots at the guy. I mean, it was
Awesome, by the way. Shout
I
out
would like to
Dan
shout out Cavi.
for
This
doing a
has
web
been
app
the
for
craziest thing to
this.
hop in here and see all of these visuals. Cavi is a
It looks very good.
magic maker, magician, if you will. This stuff has been fantastic. So let's get started with this. Why don't we?
So we'll be doing separate rounds. This is for round 1. So the first round, pick number 8, will go to the Albuquerque Airbags.
Right.
Interesting. All right.
Pick number 7 will go to the Carolina Reapers.
Ooh.
Number 6 to the Detroit Venom.
Detroit Venom's such a good.
Number 5 to the Orlando Otters.
A team that hopefully will have Ottinger on it.
Number 4 to the Cleveland Hitmen.
All right. Getting to the last 3.
The Thunder Bay Frost will pick 3rd.
First pick is
Oh.
next, I believe. Right?
And then
Yep.
picking first overall will be the Tampa Bay Flamingos, which means the Kuskokwim Currents will be the 2nd overall pick in the first round.
Flawless pronunciation. I wasn't ready for you to pull that out.
I've I saw that be proposed in the city, and I'm like, can I pronounce this? I'm like, yeah, I can do this. Sure, you can have it.
Great preparation. And all right, so that's for our first round. Now I believe we're going to do for our second round and the following snake order.
Yeah, so rounds 2 through the end will be a snake, just as we just saw here in the Premier Division draft. Odds are shifted a little bit here. So picking 8th in the snake round will be the Detroit Venom. That'll give them the back-to-back like we saw Washington have here tonight.
Alrighty.
Pick 7 will be the Carolina Reapers. They're going to stay put in both lotteries,
Consistent.
I believe.
Very consistent.
6 will go to the Tampa Bay Flamingos, which is a pretty sizable drop. I believe they
That
were
is.
3rd, and they jumped up to 1st in round 1. So, I mean, you lose some, you win some. The Cleveland Hitmen will be picking 5th in the stake rounds. The Otters will jump up to 4.
All right.
And the Airbags are going to get up to 3rd in the snake rounds. I believe your team dropped a spot or 2 in the first
We
overall
did.
round.
I was a little sad.
And the
But
Thunder
we'll
Bay
bounce back here.
Frost will be the first pick, and the Currents once again staying put at 2 there.
All right, there we have it. Really excited for this draft. Again, I believe there will be another combine happening between then and now. But here is your draft order.
And so if anybody's familiar, Dog is the manager of the Tampa Bay Flamingos. He'll probably be thrilled about that one. I mean, we saw here tonight the Challenger will be a little more interesting, right? Because the Premier, you have a lot of the same faces. There's some pretty good players we saw. Obviously, you guys were commenting your surprises on some people that weren't picked, but this could go. It could fall a lot of ways here. It's an interesting order. There was a lot of chance for variance with more teams, and we got an interesting order for sure.
Yeah, I feel like a little bit more teams shifted around here than in the Premier draft.
Yeah, the odds were all laid a little bit more. Is there any before we head out here? I mean, is there any person where you're like, that has to be the number 1 pick? Clearly, I feel like I know who you'll say, but
Log, you might be able to say the same one I'm thinking.
Oh, I hope we're right. It's Paul.
I want to see Paul K get picked.
Yeah, probably Paul.
There's obviously tons of other options, but for the personal casters table pick.
He slips to 8. That'd be dope.
You would say that, huh? But all right, yeah. Again, really looking forward to it. I want to thank again Log, Pikeman, Zoom, Picklebits for being in the booth. Thanks to Cavi again for this fantastic visual display that we have, and thank you everybody for tuning in, staying through the whole stream, and we hope to see you back again for the following draft for the next division.
Excited to see what happens next. All these teams ready to take on this season. Who will come out on top? Can we maybe post in the general chat what team do you guys think will be in what position at the end of the season? Get some early shout outs going.
Tier lists.
Yeah, some tier lists.
Be fun.
All right. I think that wraps it up for us in the booth today. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Love to have you here. Love the involvement. Congratulations to all the players that got picked and the captains for assembling a great set of teams. Looking forward to seeing how this upcoming season goes down. And from me and the rest of the booth, I wish you guys a good night.